Hi, Sinead.
Hi, Sinead.
Mark Hansen's fully fit to always be needed the team.
He is, yeah. He obviously had a few things to do at the beginning of the week, but he's coming good, and everyone's very confident that he's going to be fine for the game. No problems.
And us All Black fans have always believed that our team has had an aura about them and a near invincibility about them, born of results and success over about 100 years. With your recent track record, do either of you guys believe in that? Is it a myth? Is it something you think about now? Is it something that you believe with the results, 4 wins in 6 matches, that you've actually busted that?
I don't think we think too much about it, because it's just about the here and now, and what's gone on in the past is irrelevant to us this week. We're just trying to get better as a team, and so are they, and rolling in the competition. So I suppose what would be at the forefront, hopefully, of both teams is the mutual respect of where both teams are sitting right now, but at the same time, the competition is where it should be for a quarter-final. I'm sure about that.
Johnny, just further to that, just over here, Johnny. I know that you guys are here to do a job, and this is one game on the road to where you want to get to, but given the rivalry and given the career you've had, you've played a lot of games against the All Blacks, I just wondered what sort of personal satisfaction you might take from sending the All Blacks out of the World Cup.
Again, I haven't thought once about personally what the game means. It's all about the team and progressing in the competition. That's all we're thinking about. It's not about anything personal. You know, I've had some great battles against New Zealand over the years with Ireland and the Lions, and what you learn is every game is as tough as the last, no matter what the result. And that's what we're preparing for the toughest game we've ever faced, and we're trying to put ourselves in a frame of mind that we're going to be ready for it.
Johnny, how do you overcome the mental hurdle of having never made it past the quarter-final stage?
Well, we worked on our mental game for the last 4 years. We've put ourselves in different scenarios over the last 4 years to prepare for this. You know, but each quarter-final that we haven't got through, or when we haven't got through our pool, you know, they've all been different, and it's a different group again. So each of those groups lost once. It wasn't the same group losing quarter-final year after year. So if it was club rugby, it would be, you know, probably a bigger hurdle, but it's a different group, and I don't think we're carrying much baggage. It's a one-off game, and we got to prepare for it now.
Andy, you might just give us a little bit of a two-parter here, just on the lads who have been injured, who aren't included, a little bit of a status update on them, and then also, how good is it after the worries that we had on Saturday night with the injuries, to be able to name that 15 that started the game on Saturday today?
Well, the second part first, I mean, people have always got injuries and bangs and knocks, and at the start of the week there's always, you know, is this going to turn around? And some turn around a lot quicker than you would expect, etc. So that's just rugby within a general week. So that it is what it is. And then as far as Keith Earls is concerned, it was a little bit too quick for him this week, so he'll get back to the rehab. We're very confident that if we push on through the competition, that he'd be fit for next week. Exactly the same with Robbie Henshaw, probably a little bit too soon, progressing very well, both of them. And James Ryan, he's out with a wrist injury that has been sorted. We expect him as well to be fit for next week if we're able to get that far.
Hi Andy, has the mood changed in camp now? You've come out of quite a long group stage and now into the knockouts of the business end of the tournament?
Well, we was in it last week, so it's the same mood. It's the big boy stuff, isn't it? It's the business end of the competition, and you know, when you get to those points within a competition, then you draw hopefully on good experiences that you've had and the experiences that we've put ourselves under. in the last 3 or 4 years are there for moments like this. So we've got a very experienced group that's been through a lot, and learning to deal with weeks like last week and this week is something that we've got pretty good at. So you draw on those experiences.
Hi Andy, hi Johnny. Andy, just when we spoke so much about the psychological side of the game, and you spoke about the players and the work that they have done with Gary Keegan, I just wondered, do you ever do any work as head coach when you're also preparing for a World Cup quarterfinal?
Constantly. I'm constantly locking myself in the room and giving myself a good dressing down. We obviously get to the point with Gary about getting as mentally fit as we possibly can be and being as robust mentally, because myself and Gary and the rest of the coaches do everything together. So it's a joined up approach of how we go about all this and what's best needed for the team.
Johnny, we've had a remarkable career. Fantastic. One idea in the mission would be a World Cup title. If you were to claim on that, would elevate you to possibly the greatest ever first one that's ever played the game. How do you try and put that? Obviously, something you want to put that pressure away from you.
Do you think we should turn this off? Should I make that decision?
I guess, how do you alleviate that pressure for trying to ignore that sort of that desire to win the World Cup and really booking that's really remarkable for you?
I think it's just trying to sorry, I got distracted there with, I forget the full question, but trying to win a World Cup, it's something to go and get. It's not something that puts pressure on me. It's something that you dream of, probably not as a kid, because when we were kids, we didn't dream of Ireland winning a World Cup, where I suppose we put ourselves in a position now to go and do that. But it's something to go and get. It's not something to be pressured about, and I haven't thought about my own career, to be honest. I'll think about it more when I finish. But it's all geared up towards a massive game on Saturday, massive challenge for this team, the biggest we faced, and we're looking forward to it.
Andy, big opportunity for Joe McCarthy and Jimmy O'Brien. How to reach those decisions and outside your active and their job?
Well, obviously with is this off as well?
If you like holding it, if you like holding it.
I know, I do like holding it. Well, obviously with James out, it leaves a spot there, and just to how he's progressed and he's fighting, his want to be involved is very evident to us all throughout, not just the pre-season, the warm-up games, but since he's not been playing over the last couple of weeks. We keep seeing him grow the whole time, and it's time for him to be put into a big game like this, and he's certainly going to add to our performance when he comes off the bench. And Jimmy, what you don't probably realise is that Jimmy got a knock on his shoulder during the Samoa game, and he was certainly out for the first 2 games of the World Cup for us. But there's one thing about Jimmy O'Brien: he is unbelievably smart, nice and cool and calm and collected, unbelievably fit, and he's unbelievably good at fitting in numerous different positions. So with a little bit of disruption that we've had at the start of the week, it just makes more sense for us to go with that option.
Thanks. So the last question in the live section, if you're on, there was a few questions for written newspaper.
Johnny, Joe Smith was pretty new into the job, and you might have done too much in the game last year. Do you see more of his influence in the way this new team play now?
Yeah, I think so. I think you can see evidence of Joe's coaching through the team. I think they've made big strides over the last 12 months. I know they've been a different forwards coach as well from when we were there. So they've made big strides. We know that it's very much a different team we're playing against. They've said it themselves; they're a very different team. So, you know, it's a big challenge. But Joe knows us well. We know him well, but you know, Joe doesn't get to make any tackles or run any lines at the weekend. So we just have to worry about the players we're playing against and not too much about him. But you know, the legacy he left in Irish rugby is massive. You know, his record here is outstanding. So we'll look forward to having a beer with him after the game.